As early as 1981, murmurs of a new disease ravaging parts of Rakai district began filtering in. The disease was rumored to eat the flesh of the victim until they died. It is not known why the Obote II regime did not credit these rumors, but one can guess the government was busy with the civil war in the central region.
By then, Rakai district was known. People were doing business, smuggling.
Traders went to Lukunyu and used to reside there while trading with across the border, people from across the border, Tanzanians.
At that time, people like Joseph Semakula, a 60-year-old social worker working with Katonda Mulungi project in Kasasa Town Council, believes the disease came from Lukunyu landing site and slowly made its way to Kasensero landing site on Lake Victoria, now in Chotera district.
And by sleeping there, they mixed with these people who used to sell themselves for money, and so they got the virus. These sex workers, because it was their business, they had to beautify themselves, so they looked a little bit better than the women inland here.
Fishermen and businessmen from the Chotera area got rich trading in silver fish or mukene from Tanzania. Ironically, because of this, AIDS was believed to be a disease of the wealthy. As the disease progressed, many thought Ugandan traders had stolen mukene from their Tanzanian counterparts.
All those who died of AIDS by then were a bit well off. And there are these people who were used to smuggle goods from Tanzania to Uganda. So people thought that the Tanzanians had bewitched our people in Uganda.
By 1988, witch doctors were the main transmitters of the disease.
The witch doctor who would come and then medicate all these people by using a leather blade. One leather blade cutting first the sick person and then using the same finger, touching the blood of the infected person, then smearing into the cuts of all these other family members.
On a hot day, Golodiano Chiganda, a fisherman, is stranded at Sango Bay landing site in Chotera district. The army is patrolling Lake Victoria, so there is no work for the fishermen. At 45, Chiganda has 10 children and he is worried that they will not eat today. His father, Golodiano Chivumbi, was the first recorded victim to die of HIV/AIDS. He died in 1982.
Kitange yali musuubuzi nga basuubulirako abanyaga ng'ate fish guard ate nga mutunzi wa kyalaani era kabanyaga abasuubuzi abasinga okukolerayo be basooka okukwatibwa obulwadde.
Chiganda's mother died a year later in 1983, and that is when his suffering began. When he was 9 years old, he had to live alone on his father's land in Magango village because everyone had fled, thinking the witchcraft that had brought the disease would affect them.
Naye waliwo kitange omuto yaŋŋamba wano tujja ne nvaayo ne nzirako mu nju embeera yali nzibu nnyo ng'era simanyi nti ndikula na kutuuka wano.
A 1989 survey in Rakai district put the number of orphans at 25,000, but by 1999 this number had increased to 44,000. Chiganda's stepmother later invited him to stay with her, but she died in 1991 and Chiganda descended into depression.
Nina ne kye nnakola ekimu naye nakitegeera luvannyuma nti akagundi ke akanda ke kesaawa tekattanga tokakubyeko.
Today, some people on Sango Bay landing site still live recklessly, and condoms are rare in this place.
Omwana muva naye mu lyato naga waliwo omukazi wali bakuyita kutemmesa kati kuba omukazi 50,000 bagiyita sooti 50,000 genda mu sooti era olumwana omulaba ddakiika 2 naga nti nvuddeyo wakati waliwo bagolu atuuka n'agamba nti mutwalo nga tekuli kapiira.
The word here is that with the advent of ARVs, PEP and PrEP drugs, people no longer fear HIV/AIDS. So what could we be doing wrong as a country?
Younger people who were born with HIV/AIDS and have grown to maturity. You don't know his or her status. You think they are negative. This also has caused a problem. That calls for a need to know your status.
Patrick Chisekulo, the chairperson of Chotara District, believes non-governmental organizations might be keeping the fear of AIDS in the population for their own gain.
Do you expect them one day to say that now it is over? They can't. Because there are many who survive on that.
The goal is to end the HIV/AIDS epidemic as a public health threat by 2030. However, in Uganda, the focus now should be on fostering behavior change, especially in populations living at landing sites. GILLIAN NANTUME, NTV in Rakai District.